Hello friends, this is Sheree. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. I'm here for a little show and tell, I guess, of what you might call it, of TV crafting, mobile crafting, vacation crafting, just crafting on the go, whatever you might want to call that. But I was in Florida and I wanted to take some things for my downtime because I was visiting my parents, going to be at my parents' house for a week. And it's not like we go and do things all day long, 24 hours a day, or even, if we sleep for 16 hours a day. So I took some things. I meant to take my December daily, but I forgot it. But I did take like my paper cutter, my art glitter glue, scissors, and I grabbed a stack of about a good inch of book pages I had left. If you've been watching my channel, I've been working through a stack of book pages. I had about 5-6 inches of book pages. I was down to maybe a little over an inch of book pages I had left to use up, and I was determined to use those up. So this is what I did. I used up all. I did go. I quickly somehow managed to get through all of those book pages. Got there on Saturday night, and I was there to the next Saturday morning. By Tuesday, got there Saturday. By Tuesday night, had gone through all the book pages. I had finished putting them together, cutting them, and I think I even was pretty much finished with the decorating that I could do. I'm getting ready to probably make an Alice in Wonderland journal, so I took some stickers that I had to do with that. I took my piano roll and some glue sticks, and so here's the book page tags. All that to tell you what I'm getting at here is I made tags. There's a few journaling cards in here, but I made tags out of all the book pages I had left. Put a writing spot on one side, all of these, with piano paper that I had with me, and then use the stickers to put at least one sticker on each one. So my plan is to decorate these further, maybe put something else here, words, labels, whatever I end up putting here, and sew around them, maybe put a topper on them. But I did what I could do with what I brought with me. So, like, I'm not going to show you all of these, but just to show you how many there are, I went through all of these, and see there's like one sticker. If I had a little kind of scrap of piano paper, like see this one has piano paper on the back, one sticker here, and then if I had a scrap of piano paper, I didn't want to waste that piano paper. It's the piano roll for a player piano, so I think it's kind of precious. It's the only one I have, and I don't know if I'll ever get one again. So I would put the strip, the extra cut off or whatever, I would put it on the front. So there's some of these, like this one has one too. I just put it on the front. I'm going to add more later. I can add more later, but I just didn't want to waste any of those strips, and I wanted to use them up while I was there. So that's an example of mobile crafting that you can do. This one doesn't have a sticker on it. Oh, this one doesn't either. I ran out of stickers, I guess. But most of these do have a sticker on them. So at least one sticker. This one has a sticker and a bird. And that's a whole other story where the birds came from. I will tell you that in just a second. I just want to show you how I got through all of the book pages. So that I do not have any... Not that I can't, actually I'm going to say I don't. I used all the book pages that I brought with me. So I was sitting at my parents' little they have like a little eating kitchen area, I guess you could call it. And I was sitting at that table gluing my book pages, just, the whole book page together before I cut it. And my dad saw me and he's like, hey, he had an idea. So he brought in 2 little books for me. He said someone at church gave him, his church gave him these books. Trying to see if I have the front and back cover here. Let me see. I thought I had the back cover too with me. Yeah, this is the back cover right here. Isn't it? No? I have, oh, okay, here it is. So my dad, this was pretty much already, this was separated, the front and back cover. It's a little, very old. I think it was 1913 on this. And someone at church gave them to him because they got them at an estate sale. and they didn't want them. And so they gave them to my dad. They thought my dad might want them. My dad liked them, but he didn't really, he didn't really want them. So when he saw me gluing these book pages together, he brought this one to me, and I'll have the other one to show you in one of my thrifty hauls that I got, things I brought back from Florida thrifting. But so anyway, in the meantime, this had some pieces hanging off of it. It was separated, but it had some pieces hanging off. So I trimmed this up. So I had a little bit of something else to work with when I finished. By Tuesday night, I finished the book pages. So he gave me this book, so I kind of trimmed that up. And then I made some little pages for this book. So that's the front and back cover. And then I just worked on a few of these pages like this. And so I glued pages together like this. I kind of tore them to make them look, not freshly cut. So they're torn instead of cut. But this is all the pages I've made so far with those book pages from this particular. It's Pilgrim's Progress, 1913 copy. Here's the copy right here, 1913, Pilgrim's Progress. And I pulled out all the pictures and put, did a double page on that too. I may put some writing space on the back of here, but anyway, it gave me something to do after I finished my book pages. So all of that I got done. Look at this. This was one of the book pages here. And I love that brown color, but I did glue it onto to make sure it didn't rip or anything. I glued it onto another book page. Oh, this was a regular book page. Some of these are regular book pages, because I was still using up, I guess, a few of them. So I had a few of those to use up. Okay, yeah, that's right. When he gave me that, he gave me the book before I finished my book pages. Yeah, now I'm remembering the week. I have to go through the days. But yeah, before I finished the 1-inch stack, I had a few left, and I glued some of these pages from the Pilgrim's Progress onto those other stack of pages I had brought with me to use those up and to sturdy up the pages from the 1913 Pilgrim's Progress. So I have all of those. Look at this one. How brown that is. That's all from that little Pilgrim's Progress here. So I will put other pages in here once I turn it into a journal, but if I wanted to, I could put all of those pages in there. I made them to fit this cover. So anyway, I got that done. Oh, here's some more. Here's some more. I put a few more stickers on some of them, and then I was kind of running out of things, ephemera and stickers that I brought with me, so then I just went through and tried to at least get one sticker on each thing. But these are all kind of Alice in Wonderland type stickers that I want to use for that Alice in Wonderland journal that I want to make soon. Start working on that. Alice in Wonderland, a little golden book journal. See how cute that is? So yeah, got that done. And this was the packaging from some of the stickers right here. So I decorated that. This one here. That's a little Alice in Wonderland sticker there. And then that's the back of that one. And there's that one. Just put a little, oh, this is a little pocket. That's right. That's a little pocket there on both of these. It's a little pocket. So just added a piece of ephemera there. That, was it a sticker too? I think that was a sticker. And I didn't peel the back off. I just used it as a piece of ephemera. So, and I can put it like this as a pocket, and have a little side tuck, or I can put it like this if I wanted to. I think I pictured it going in like this, though, and have a little tuck spot there. So I even used the packaging. Here's some more. Oh, these are journaling cards. See, these are rounded on the corners there and made into like squares or rectangles. Writing space on the back. Okay, and then I had some scraps. So I put them together like this, and I'll tell you what the scraps are from in just a second. Oh, there's an extra piece. But yeah, I put, all these have like 3 pieces. And I had brought a few strips with me so that I could glue together, and then I had some scraps as I was crafting. But these are all going to be sewn. I'm going to run these through my sewing machine. And put a little stitch through all of these. But yeah, I got all those done. And this was a stamp from my parents' mail while I was there. I got it from a Christmas card. That. Okay, I'm gonna put that with my December daily so I can put it in there. And then I was thrifting with my dad, and my mom didn't go thrifting. She likes to go thrifting, but she she can walk around by herself, but her doctor advised her to use a walker so that she doesn't fall. So she does walk with the walker to make sure she doesn't fall. So she doesn't really like to go. We went shopping one day. We went out to eat, went shopping, and one day with my mom, and then the other days my dad just went with me. So one day when I was thrifting with my dad, I found 3 bird books at this one thrift store. And so I have 2 of the bird books that I did not cut up or take apart or anything. But one of the bird books I went ahead and took apart because like I had Wednesday through Friday now to do something, and I was running out of things to craft, right? All of that was probably done sometime on Wednesday. So between Wednesday and Friday, I cut out all of the birds in that book. This is one of the little pieces, cellophane envelopes that I had taken that had stickers or ephemera in it. So anyway, I went through the 3rd bird book that I did cut up and fussy cut all of these birds. I used a couple on the tags I showed you, but all of these birds I fussy cut, and my mom and my dad would come up and go, "Oh, yeah, what are you doing? You're cutting out all those birds?" I'm like, "Yeah, you want to cut birds out with me?" No, they said they did not want to cut out birds. I don't think I asked my dad. I knew he wouldn't want to do it, but I asked my mom, "You want to cut out birds with me?" "No, thank you. I would not have the patience for that." And my husband walked by. He's like, "What are you doing? Cutting out birds?" "I'm cutting out birds." And I'm like, "You want to cut out birds with me?" No, nobody wanted to cut out birds with me. So anyway, they have little feet on them. My mom was like, "Are you cutting out the little feet too?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm kind of, I'm not cutting in between them. I'm just cutting around them and, just fussy." I didn't use the word fussy cutting because I would have to explain that. And so I didn't want to have to explain this. So I just said, "Yeah, I'm just cutting out all the birds." So there's an example. And you can see I don't know how many are here, 50, 100, I have no idea. But now I have a nice little stack of birds from my trip to use and decorating. Kind of like if you bought a bunch of bird stickers, they would be stickers, and these aren't stickers, I just have to glue them down, but I have lots of birds now. I'll just let you watch me put them back in the package here, and that'll give you an idea of how many there are. I mean, just I really couldn't believe I finished the whole book because there were a lot of birds in there, and that wasn't my intention. I just needed something to do. Like I was there a lot at their house with my parents, even though my dad and I went out every morning except for, and my husband and I went out one morning too, thrifting, and so I wasn't like home or at their house all day, every day or anything. It just, if you've been watching my channel, I like to keep my hands busy. So even one night when I was watching TV, they have some TV tables that I brought over and did whatever. I don't remember what I was doing, either cutting out birds or something. But I was just like, I told them I just have a hard time just sitting here watching. They watch. Okay, so you could tell me if your parents would do this too. They have their shows, I mean, we all do, right? We all have our shows. But they watch Jeopardy is first on their schedule, and then Wheel of Fortune, and then they'll watch another show. They have TiVo, so they record their shows, and then they'll pick out another show from their recorded shows. So that was the bird book. I cut out all the birds, and I used the cover too. I'm going to show you that next. But then I had some scraps too, so I took this little paper scraps from whatever, and I cut out little heart shapes. So all of these are from little book pages and whatever paper I didn't want to throw away, book pages or whatever, all different sizes of hearts. And I didn't, you know, bring any punches with me or anything, so I just did what I could. I knew I could cut out a decent heart, so I just cut heart shapes, and then I left some scraps that I liked. Like this is a little, almost like a little poem on here. I liked the little stars on there that kind of looked mid-century modern. Those little stars on there. Can you see those? It says, a calendar. January brings the snow, makes our feet and fingers glow. I think there was more to it, but that was enough for me to think that was so cute, so I kept that. And look at this little picture. This just landed on my desk. This was a scrap, and then I looked at it and I was like, oh my goodness, that is so adorable. I have to keep that and use that somewhere. So adorable, right? Here's another heart, a couple of hearts. So then I put, that was my scraps left from after the strips, and then I cut the hearts and had this couple little pieces, a poem and a little super cute little picture. Got a little snack baggie from my mom's kitchen and put that in there. So the bird book cover, here's the bird book cover. I made it into a little journal. I was like, well, you know, I guess I'll make a journal. And so one morning when my dad and I went thrifting, we went to a flea market. At the flea market, that's where I found 2 books, which I'll show you in a thrifty haul from Florida after this, you know, in the future, in the next week or so. Probably next few weeks. I've got quite a few. I got a couple months worth of Thrifty Thursdays already recorded, so it'll probably be in a couple months that that Florida video comes up. But in the meantime, my dad and I found at this one bookstore, at this one flea market, we only went to one flea market the whole week, rest were thrift stores, and I found there 2 really nice children's books, and one of them, the artwork was by Eloise Wilkin, and then I found a calendar, and the calendar had and had a beautiful flowered frame. And then, so part of it on the calendar page was the calendar. Next to it was a little note, like a note piece, note paper. So anyway, I cut that calendar up and I used some of it, a couple pages of it in here. So let me show you what I did. The ribbons and the lace I got from my mom's little ribbon stash. In fact, she's been cleaning out things, and I'm like, do you have any ribbons that you know, don't want or could part with, or, you know, if I use them, you wouldn't mind if you part with them or whatever. And she said, yeah, go look at she has a sewing machine desk with drawers in it and stuff. She's like, look in the bottom drawer. There's some ribbons in there. So I went and I found the ribbons you see here, this tie closure. And it matches. I thought it went well with the journal. So that's a tie closure I found at my mom's house. I bound it with this pretty ribbon here. And so it's bound, tied, the pages are tied in. So this is from the Eloise Wilkin book. Let me show you the cover. So cute, isn't it so pretty? Yeah, you can tell it's Eloise Wilkin, right? And the other book I didn't really cut up. This was coming toward the end of my time there, and so I just finished this like Thursday and Friday. I worked on this. Not all day, I worked on other things, but you know, this was part of my Thursday and Friday crafting while I was there. Here's the back of this. These are 2 different pages, but aren't they cute? So adorable, right? So anyway, let me do a little flip through for you. So here's a page here that had some poems on it, so I used that inside this is the bird book, so I had birds and whatever it had here, I don't know. But I just completely covered it up and used it for a base of a journal cover, for the journal cover. So here's another page from the Eloise Wilkin book. So adorable. I went ahead and used one of my strips there. So this is the kind of borders that were around that calendar. These pretty floral, it looked like scrapbook paper, you know, patterns. It was just a little border, and so when I cut it up, I had these little pieces left, and I put them together like I do with my strips. But I didn't want to use my mom's sewing machine because I don't want to break it. It's very old. It works, and I don't want it to be the one to, like, it breaks down on me, you know, type of thing. So I didn't use my mom's sewing machine. I just glued these together and then glued them down there as a little decoration. This is also part of this page already. This is a little contents page, I think. And this pretty decoration was already on here. I didn't add that, that was already there. So here I have one of the journaling cards that I worked on. I got this seam binding from my mom's drawer and made these paper clips. I got the paper clips from my mom. Sold them from her desk. And so I had made this and I pulled this out and used it as a little journaling card in here. So here's the calendar I'm talking about. See how it has a pretty little border? That's the border that was on this calendar. Here's one of my cutout hearts. So you have writing space there. I didn't plan on making a journal. It just happened, you know, how these things happen. If you like to make journals, it's like, oh, I gotta make a journal. You just get a little kind of an urge or an itch or whatever, and you gotta scratch it, right? So this side, that was where I folded up the calendar and made a pocket, and then I added this little poem right here from the Eloise Wilkin book. This is the note paper that was on the side, you know, like calendar note paper. It was this little note paper right here. It's just a note paper. So I cut it out with and kept there's a little border in between the calendar and the note paper. So I made sure I kept the border all the way around. Added, there was, it says something in here. I probably didn't cover them all up. I covered this one up. Added a little piece, scrap there, and a little one of my little birds that I had fussy cut out. So that is in that first pocket. So I made, you know, journaling space and ephemera and everything for this little journal while I was there. Another page from the Eloise Wilkin book. So cute. That little girl sitting in her high chair. So adorable. It says table manners right there. So, let's see. Uh-oh, got a little blue there. Okay, so the other side of that page, calendar here with a little heart and a bird. I put a bird on the heart there. It looked a little plain, so I added a bird. The back of the calendar was just white, so I added this little strip here. This was a scrap from the Eloise Wilkin book. This was sitting on my table, and I was looking through my scraps, looking for pieces I could use to decorate. And this page was so cool because it has a spider web right there. See that? I thought that was so cool. I was like, wow. I couldn't get better washi tape than that. It's just a scrap, but I just glued it down, and it looks, I just love that spider web. It's so cute. Anyway, next page of the Eloise Wilkin book. The calendar here. Another pocket with another poem from the Eloise Wilkin book. A tag. This is some of the ribbon. I had cut off a piece of ribbon, I think, from this closure ribbon. And I made a little bow here and just glued it on the top. I didn't bring my staple with me. My stapler, and my mom, I couldn't find a stapler. I was going to staple it on, and then I went and looked at my mom's office at her desk, and I couldn't find a stapler, so I just glued it down and went with it. So, little tag there. That little bunny sticker looks so cute in here too, and with the colors and everything. And I had made this bigger, and I cut it down to fit in this pocket, so turned out cute. Little girl on the swing here from the Eloise Wilkin book. Look at this beautiful picture. I mean, I got this book at the flea market for a quarter. 25 cents. I was like, yes, please. Thank you very much. Here's your quarter. You know, I kind of couldn't believe it. Here's another one of my triple, you know, paper scrap strips there, decorating this calendar page. And another pretty strip here from the Eloise Wilkin book. A scrap. Eloise Wilkin here. All the book pages are Eloise Wilkin, so I probably should stop saying that, but I didn't use the other book in here that I got. I just love these Eloise Wilkin pictures. And the pictures were the right size that I could cut them down and have them look, you know, normal in here. Because it was a much bigger book. But I picked out pictures or pages from the book that I could cut down and would look beautiful in here. So here's the middle where I have the ribbon going. And, you know, I just tied it here. So that's what's binding the book. Because I hadn't brought any needle and, you know, binding thread or anything with me, twine, whatever. And so I put this beautiful Christmas picture. This is not a Christmas book or anything, but this picture was so beautiful. It has a fireplace with this little boy and a cat in the chair and everything. And I just thought these colors were so pretty, and this would just, when I opened it up and I saw this picture, I thought, oh, I have to put that in the middle. So that's what I did. There's a little poem over here. Calendar page. I added a bird, one of my fussy cut birds. Here's the other. I also added this bird because this is a bird, well, it's a beach scene. Two little kids right here with the birds. So I thought, well, I better add a bird over here because that'll tie it all together. So cute. And then I added another bird here. Kind of like he flew over from that page and he landed there, flying through the sky. Poem here about flying and everything too. Fly low, high, here I fly like a bird through the sunny sky. So yeah, I had to put a bird there. One of my little scrappy, cut from a scrap hearts. So here is, this was a cut off from the calendar page, so I put it in here as journaling space. So that's just a scrap. And then calendar page, book page. Look at this. Is that not gorgeous? Oh my goodness, that little girl is so cute. I just love her. Okay, here's a little scrap. I just glued it up there as a tuck up. And this is another little scrap from the calendar. I thought it was pretty. It has lots of writing space on it. And it can be glued down or cut up, but I just tucked it right there. Another gorgeous page. Poem and beautiful little baby there. And some blocks. More poems. A pocket here on the calendar, back of the calendar. This was a heart that I cut out there. And in here another. This is what they look like without, oh, I did put something over that one. I was going to show you what they had on the bottom, but I covered it up with a little strip there. That was a scrap too. So lots of writing space on those little note papers. And then I tucked some of the extra hearts in here from the scraps that I cut out. So those are, let's see, how did I have that? I think this was like this. With the note, it says notes and to-dos on the top of those note papers. And then here's the little hearts, extra hearts to decorate with. Calendar page, another one of my journal cards. And cute one. That was, by the way, just a little, this was another contents page. That's the back of the one that we saw in the beginning. Let me get that over there. Okay. And then, beautiful page here with little kitty cat sitting on the stairs there. So pretty. Here's the back cover. It's a gorgeous little, that's a door there with a stairway and a little railing here. Beautiful little garden here in the back. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm glad I got to create a journal while I was there and could find, you know, it's always, I love a challenge like that, just to find things, you know, when I'm limited. I was limited and didn't have my craft room and all my, you know, tools and everything, but I still managed to create a little journal here and bind it and make ephemera and everything. So to me, that is a lot of fun. So I will put this in my, like I said, I don't know what day this will be posted, but I'm going to go ahead and list this little journal in my shop. And if you want to check it out, just see if it's still there when you see this video. So yeah, I'll put a few extra goodies with it, you know, a little goodie pack with it too, so you can decorate and do whatever you want. But yeah, cute little journal, and it's so adorable with those Eloise Wilkins pictures. Anyway, I had a lot of fun crafting on vacation this past week, and so that's an example of what you can get done if you're like, I did have a lot of time hanging out because I was hanging out a lot with my parents at their house in the afternoons and the evening, and then, you know, and so just a little inspiration for you too, hopefully. So thank you for watching today, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.